it's alright to be refreshing ourselves. So yeah, today we'll be talking about some the blind shell phone. I love so much, because it has the built-in internet radio in that, and there's FM radio as well that you can listen to. So, and also we'll be talking about the Victor Reader Stream, which we talked about last year, but it's been a long time since, so yeah, it's good to explore that back, so yeah. Alright tout le monde, bon après-midi, c'est Philippe Bouchard, bienvenue dans mon Techno Talk Show. Aujourd'hui, je voulais vous parler du Blind Shell Phone. Comme ça, c'est un téléphone qui est vraiment totalement
charge 100%, notification.
Totalement.
Il y a une minute, Facebook, Camille de l'enfant vous a envoyé une invitation, pièce jointe, bouton.
Totalement compatible pour les non-voyants, pour les personnes aveugles. Puis, non, c'est tellement cool parce que tu peux vraiment. C'est vraiment super ça. Parce que tu peux avoir par exemple le Internet Radio, comme tu peux l'avoir, tu peux avoir des stations de radio comme sur Internet, mettons avec. C'est comme avec Google Alexa, mettons. Puis, tu peux avoir des. Qu'est-ce que. Mettons que tu pourrais pas avoir. Mettons dans un auto, mettons comme un FM radio, mais tu peux avoir les deux aussi. Tu peux avoir FM radio, tu peux avoir Internet radio. La radio sur Internet aussi, comme mettons AMI audio, je sais pas, mettons c'est un exemple, peut-être tu peux l'avoir peut-être là-dessus. Yeah, you can. I think it's kind of like internet radio. It's kind of like maybe I don't know, AMI audio, for example, if you want to have that on your phone. Mais tu peux aussi avoir FM radio, comme mettons, je sais pas, une station de, je sais pas, peut-être New York ou quelque chose comme ça. Yeah, you can have like maybe like, for example, New York. Maybe radio stations on your phone, so FM, FM radio. That's awesome. C'est tellement fantastique. Et aussi, on va parler du Victor Reader Stream. Victor Reader Stream. qui est vraiment bon aussi. On a parlé, je pense, l'année passée. Ça fait quand même un petit bout. C'est toujours bon de se rafraîchir la mémoire. Qu'est-ce que ça fait pis ça? C'est quoi les fonctions de tout ça, comme toutes ces accessibilités-là, comme pour les non-voyants, les personnes aveugles. Non, c'est tellement incroyable. Le Blind Shell, la compagnie Blind Shell, c'est tellement incroyable tout. Incroyable aussi, mais comme mais le Victor Reader Stream, comme tu sais, c'est comme un pas comment est-ce qu'on peut appeler ça, mais c'est comme un genre de. Ben, tu disais comme un ordinateur, mais excepté que c'est pas comme. C'est comme un ordinateur. C'est comme un ordinateur, mais maintenant c'est comme un magnétophone aussi. C'est comme, tu sais, ça fait les deux, tu sais, ça peut te lire, mettons, comme des livres audio, comme que ça peut lire comme des magazines, tout ça, comme, tu sais, vraiment. Et tu peux aussi prendre des notes aussi avec ça. Sinon, c'est intéressant aussi, le Victor Reader Stream. Yeah, you know, the Victor Reader Stream. Ooh, it's kind of hard to say. Victor Reader Stream. Yeah, it's kind of like a computer built in a tape player, maybe, or yeah, it's kind of like two in one, but except that excepté que faut que t'aies faut que ça soit connecté sur un Wi-Fi. C'est pas mal juste ça. Except that it needs to be connected on a Wi-Fi signal. So, but it's really accessible for the blinds and accessible for a blind person like myself, or like others as well. Partially sighted as well, and of course, you can read books with that, and you can also read some magazines, some news, like journals, or and I think you can listen to the radio on that as well. Je pense que tu peux écouter aussi des stations de radio aussi avec cela. Donc c'est ça, on va rechercher pour cela.
16h35, notification. Bouton principal à gauche.
Alors, sans plus tarder, on va aller avec le Blind Shell, le téléphone de Blind Shell. Après ça, on va visiter le Victor Reader Stream. All right. So without further ado, we're going to visit the Blind Shell phone, the Blind Shell telephone, if you will, cell phone, whatever. And after that, we're going to go to the Victor Reader Stream. So the Victor Reader Stream machine. So it's all for the blind, Ouais, ça, comme ça, ces machines-là, c'est pour toutes des personnes aveugles. C'est pour des personnes aveugles. Et autres aussi, peut-être. Yeah, and it is maybe for, it's basically for a blind person, but if anyone wants to use it, other than a blind person, that's fine as well. So, okay. I'm gonna go into that and we'll be right back. Bon, on va aller avec ça, puis je reviens.
Update from the previous model, the Blind Shell Classic. And although they look very similar, the Blind Shell Classic 2 is an upgrade in just about every single way. The Blind Shell Classic 2 has brand new hardware, and in fact, the hardware was designed by award-winning designers from the Czech Republic. We'll take a quick look at some of the features, the new hardware features, including this new full physical keypad. The designers have improved the tactile elements of the keypad, including adding a much more pronounced bump on the 5 and individually shaped and raised buttons for controlling the phone. The upper left button is your quick settings button. It's also where you can access your notifications. Right below that on the left is the green answer call button. This is also a raised circle. The upper right button is used for repeating what is on the screen. So no matter where you are, if you need to know what's on the screen, you can just tap that and it will read it out loud to you. Just below that is a red diagonal line, and that is the end call button. In the middle here, we have an upper button and a lower button. Those are the buttons you use to navigate through your menus. We have some new buttons added to the sides of the Blind Shell Classic 2. Here on the left side, you have the volume up and volume down buttons. Then on the right side here, you have a brand new button, and this is a programmable button to launch some of your favorite applications. We still have one more button on the phone, and that is the very popular SOS button on the back here. This is also a programmable button, so you can program emergency numbers to this button, or even family members, neighbors' phone numbers, whatever you would like. We have a new high-resolution 8-megapixel camera on the back with a flash. You even have a flash on the top of the phone here that is used for the flashlight. To charge the Blind Shell Classic 2, we're now using a USB Type-C cable. And this is great because it doesn't matter which way you plug it in, it's going to fit either way. Of course, you also get the charging cradle in the box. With the charging cradle, you can plug that in and have that just sitting on a desk or a table somewhere, and then you can simply set the phone into the charging cradle to start charging the phone. Two last things to mention about the hardware is we have a brand new 3000 milliamp battery in the Blind Shell Classic 2. That's a very large battery, which means you're going to have a much longer battery life with this phone. Also built into the back of the phone here is NFC technology. That's some very useful technology that we're going to talk about here in a little bit. The Blind Shell Classic 2 is still running its award-winning software with some new additions. The first thing is this large graphical home screen. We have a very large, easy to read clock and some other helpful information. For example, connected to Wi-Fi and our battery life. The Blind Shell Classic 2 does have Wi-Fi. It also supports Bluetooth and GPS.
Contacts, 3 of 7. Applications, 4 of 7.
We still have our large graphical interface with the large icons and the large text that's easy to read. This is all customizable. You can make this text even larger if you would like. You could change the color scheme. You'll also notice the brand new loudspeaker.
Volume 8. Volume 9. Volume 10.
And it gets very loud.
Internet browser, 1 of 8.
One of the newest additions to the Blind Shell Classic 2 is the brand new internet browser. So now you can visit your favorite websites with a fully accessible screen reader. The Blind Shell Classic 2 also has several ways to stay connected with family and friends, including text messaging, email, and now the WhatsApp application. This allows you to make Wi-Fi phone calls and send messages to anyone around the world.
Internet radio, 4 of 6. Music player, 5 of 6. YouTube, 6 of 6.
The phone is full of entertainment options, including FM radio, internet radio, a full book player, and even YouTube.
Books, 5 of 8. Games, 6 of 8.
Have a little downtime and looking for something to do? How about checking out some of the games installed on the phone?
Vision aids, 7 of 8.
The Blind Shell Classic 2 also has a section for vision aids. These are very helpful assistive tools for the blind and visually impaired.
Localization, 3 of 5. Magnifying glass, 4 of 5.
We have a new magnifier built in. This uses the camera and the flashlight to allow you to zoom in on hard to read text.
NFC object tagging, 5 of 5.
We also have a new NFC object tagging application. This uses the NFC technology in the phone along with these NFC tags that come in the box. When you scan one of these tags with the phone, you can then assign an audio label to that tag. This will allow you to label all types of things like medications, cleaning products, spices in your cabinet, even important documents.
Beepers, 1 of 5.
We also have the new Blind Shell Beep application. Paired up with the new Blind Shell Beep device, this allows you to keep track of your lost items. The Blind Shell Beep has a little hole on it there, and you can clip this onto a pair of keys. You could throw it into a bag, maybe even slide it into a wallet. And if you ever need to find these items, you simply click on the button on the phone, and the Blind Shell Beep will start to beep and start to play a melody. That's going to make it very easy to find your misplaced items.
All right, we'll be right back, guys.
8 of 8.
One of the most impressive new features of the Blind Shell